Catch 'em all.
Alright guys, so taking a look at this little fitness tracker. This is a non-Bluetooth version fitness tracker, so for children, I mean things like $8 or something as of right now. So super affordable, and it's very easy to use actually. But this would be great for adults who just want something super simple, or if you're going to buy something for your kids. So it comes in the box that you see here, has a little micro USB charging cable, a cleaning cloth, and basically a thank you / contact us if you have any issue type of a card. Alright, so let's move that stuff out of the way. You have this user manual here, and it is super easy to use, very well laid out, so you don't have to worry anything about that. If you have any questions, you can always refer back to this, of course. So this fitness tracker has the ability to tell the time. It has the date, tells you calories burned, distance traveled, and it has an alarm. Now this is not an audible alarm, it's a vibration alarm, so that's actually kind of nice in one way, depending on what you're looking for. And it just has 2 buttons on the side, so pretty simple operation. It's not a touch screen or anything like that. It's very easy to read, and you can cycle through, but we'll look at that in a moment. And when you're ready to charge, you just kind of pull the band and pop it loose, and there's a charging port. I'll take a look at that as well. There's a little notch here that matches up to the little tip of this band, and that's how you make sure that it's always lined up and oriented properly. So it's super easy in that regard. So, but other than that, it just has a little metal clip here. It slides through and pops into one of the holes there, and that is just how you wear it. Super easy. Alright, so I kind of want to go over some of the functionality of it. So this would be sort of a how-to video a little bit, but also I wanted to mention that it takes, I'd say, about 45 minutes, an hour roughly to charge. I didn't time it exactly, but somewhere in the neighborhood of an hour to charge, maybe a little bit less. Depends on what charger you hook it to as well, as far as the output. And then usage is going to determine the actual battery life, but you're probably going to be somewhere between 10 and 15 days, like somewhere in the 2-week neighborhood, depending upon what usage you use it for, as far as how often you're pushing the buttons and what you're doing, and how often you have the alarms going off and different things like that. So that all makes sense. Sweat or hand washing should be fine. Showers are probably okay. It's really going to be more of don't submerge it in water ideally. Not saying that you couldn't do that, but it's probably not the best suggestion, so I would avoid that. But splashes and things shouldn't really hurt. Okay, so that's it. So what I want to do is show you right now is you can see the time, steps, calories, I believe that was calories, and then this is the alarm. So, and it just times out. So I mean, that's basically what you do to cycle through the different modes, and then you wait for it to go off. Now if you have it off and you press and hold the top button, it will show you 73%. So that's the battery remaining right now. If you turn it on while it's on the clock mode and you touch and hold the top button, you can go into the stopwatch mode, and then you can start the stopwatch, stop the start watch using the top button. I don't think you can clear it with the bottom button. Yeah, so yeah, the bottom button is just start and stop as well. But if you push and hold, you go back to the time. That's the top button, obviously, you saw. And then when you go back into the stopwatch mode, it will have reset itself. To 0. So that's pretty much it. Now this watch or tracker, whatever you want to call it, it does have a 12 or 24 hour mode. So if you're in the time setting, if you're in the time setting and hold down the bottom button, you can go into the settings. You'll see it flashing. You can use up or down to modify the parameters, and then the bottom button, when you hold that down, it will cycle to the next, and you just keep doing that, and the date, month, and then day. And then after you've done that, hold down the bottom again, the year, and one last time will give you the 12, 24 hour, so you can change to 24 hour or 12 hour display. And then holding down the bottom button will return to the main screen again. Now, same thing basically applies when you go into the different menus, you know, as you cycle through. So once you get into the menu, depending upon what you want, when you press and hold, it can reset. So very simple. Now keep in mind, if you don't reset it, it will reset like every 24 hours anyway. I believe it's every 24 hours that it resets. Maybe 12 hours, but it will reset itself, so it's not a big deal in that regard. Now, as far as the alarm goes, if you get to the alarm screen here, you press and hold the top, you can see the time. For this one, it was set for 8 a.m. or 8, and okay. And then if you hold down the bottom button, of course, you go into the settings. I believe that's PM. It's a little small for me, just because of my vision, the way it is. But so yeah, you just set this. That should be PM indicator at the top, and then you can set it to whatever you like. Press and hold. Set the minutes to whatever you like. Press and hold, and then there is your alarm. If you don't want the alarm, you go into the alarm, press and hold the top button, and it will turn it back off. So I mean, that's pretty much the real simple, you know, basic operation of this. And again, it's not going to light up when you touch it, so you don't have to worry about the battery life as much as some that when you flip your wrist up, it automatically senses it. So that's great. Like I said, there is a manual here that gives you all of this information, and it all works really, really well. You know, it's just not hard to do. So you have your number of steps taken, the distance covered, the calories burned, and the alarm. So, you know, those are the different modes besides the time and the date. And I'm going to link to the black one, the one I have here. But if you check the Amazon listing, the company that sells this, they actually have two other colors, a blue and a pink, if I recall. So depending on what color you really want, you can get different different colors. But like I said, the manual here, very, very easy. You know, it's got picture indicators and everything. So super, super easy to use. I just wanted to kind of go over it with you. As I said, you know, just pressing and holding the different buttons. You know, when you're in different screens, well, right now it's already on 0, so I've already reset it. But, you know, you just press and hold to reset and press and hold to set the time, as I showed you earlier. And I wanted to show you this. You kind of pop this apart just like that. You've got your little buttons there on the side, and then you have your, you got to get it to the right angle to see it, your micro USB charging port right here. I don't know how well that shows up for you, but it's right there. And again, the little notch that you can hopefully see right there, that lines up with that little piece right there. I'm not sure how well that shows up for you, but, and then there's of course these little rubber indentions on the side that line up with the buttons over on the side. So, but if we find this little notch and we try to line it up, just kind of pop that in there and grab and pull and just spin this around so you get that little notch to fall right into that little section there. and then you're good to go, and you're ready. You're all charged up and ready to go. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just like I said, super easy to use. Display is very easy to read as a whole. The PM part, a little tough for me, but that's pretty much it. If you don't want Bluetooth, you know, and all the added features that come with that, this is a simple to use, very affordable solution. So check out the link below if you want to find out more about this. And again, you can check with the listing for the company store on Amazon if you want to pick up one of the other colors. That is pretty much all there is to it. So hopefully you found that useful. I can't really speak to the accuracy because, I mean, all the different fitness trackers have different algorithms that are used, but it does seem to keep track. It kind of falls in line basically with some of the other apps or watches and different things. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Hopefully you found this useful. Check out the link below for more information, and otherwise, thank you for watching.